Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nada Al-Afifah. Today I want to talk about interpersonal communication. That is my final segment from English literature. I am from Communication and Islamic Broadcasting, major that from 4C class. So, let's begin. Interpersonal communication is the process by which people exchange information, feelings, and meaning through verbal or non-verbal message, or we can say it is face-to-face communication. And interpersonal communication can take many forms. For example, can be verbal like speaking face to face, written in the letter or in the email, or in the non-verbal like facial expression or body language. So, interpersonal communication is so important in so many aspects in our daily life. Because interpersonal communication is so important, uh, so ourselves is must have to have interpersonal skill. Interpersonal skill are important because they can help us build relationship with other with a better communication, or we can get good teamwork with this skill too. We can understand the purpose of the message conveyed by other. And with interpersonal communication skill, we can to be a better listener, we can to work eventually in a small group, and we can know how to build, maintain, and even and relationship in a healthy and productive manner. Interpersonal skill rely on reading other correctly and having empathy. Good emotion intelligence will help us accept other difference and understand their point of view. In daily life, we don't just do everything alone, right? Like you sometimes need help from other, and when you ask for help, you will communicate with that person. That's what we mean cannot not communicate. Because we cannot not communicate, we must have interpersonal skill. So interpersonal communication is an important that we must know for a better daily life we have. In interpersonal communication, there is elements that we have to know. Much research has been done to try to break down interpersonal communication into a number of elements in order that it can be more easily understood. Commonly, these elements include: first, communicator. For any communication to occur, there must be at least two people involved. Because this interpersonal communication, face-to-face communication, we can name it face-to-face communication. So it is easy to think about communication involving a sender and a receiver of a message. However, the problem with this way of seeing a relationship is that it presents communication as a one-way process where one person sends the message and the other receiver it, while one person is talking and another is listening. In fact, communication are almost always complex two-way process with people sending and receiving message to and from each other. In other words, communication is an attractive process. While one person is talking, the other is listening. But while listening, they are also sending feedback in the form of smile or hit note, or many feedback can be sending to people who is talking. The second is message. Message not only mean the speech use of information convey, but also the nonverbal message exchange like facial expression, tone of voice, gesture, body language, and many other. Nonverbal behavior can convey additional information too about the spoken message. In particularly, it can reveal more about emotional attitude, which may underline the content of speech. The third is noise. Noise has a special meaning in communication theory. It refers to anything that distorts the message so that what is received is different from what is intended by the speaker. With physically noise, like if you heard plane in the air or you heard flying jet plane, that can interfere with communication. So it is called noise, who can be something that message receiver different from speaker. 4 is feedback. Feedback, like I have mentioned in the communicator, feedback consists of message the receiver return, or we can say feedback is a receiver reaction about our message. Type of feedback range from direct verbal statement, for example, like say that again, I don't understand. That is, we can say that is feedback. So feedback allows the sender to regulate, adapt, or repeat the message in order to improve communication. 4 is context. All communication is influenced by the context in which it takes place. However, apart from looking at the situation context of where the interaction takes place, for example, in a room or in a class or perhaps in outdoor. And the last is channel. The channel refers to physical means by which the message is transferred from one person to other. In a face-to-face context, the channel which are used are speech and vision. However, during a telephone conversation, the channel is limited to speech alone. Like that. So, that is about interpersonal communication we have to know. Okay, maybe until this my presentation about interpersonal communication. Thank you very much and goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.